I think it's been a few months since I've done a favourites, but I actually have enough to show this month. So yeah, first up, because it's what's storing most of the other things in it, is this holographic case from Primark. I think it was £4 or £5, and it's one of the kinds that you can take when you're travelling and hang up on the back of the bathroom door. And it has 2 pouches in it that, yeah, you can take the middle one off, but I just like it because it's so pretty. Kind of matches the big one I've got in my kit that I showed in the makeup brush, the UK MUA review that I recently posted. So I've been away for quite a few weekends recently and this has been really useful, but I'm mainly showing it because it's pretty. So first up out of the bag are these little brow razors from Tiger. I think it cost £1 or £1.50 for the 2 of them, and they are really small. They've got a little cap on the top, and that's how big they are. I've had other eyebrow razors either from Amazon or Eve Pill, and these are definitely the smallest ones I've seen, and I still pluck out the bigger hairs, but I use these kind for the little baby hairs that like to show up in photos. Another favourite has been the Maybelline Brow Precise Fibre Filler in Deep Brown, and it's what I've been doing on these slightly messier brows that I have been favouring for the last maybe 2 months. The brush on this one is really different. It's not like a spoolie, it's sort of a flat paddle with just spikes on one side, and there are loads of fibres in this. I really like the colour and it gives my brows good volume, and they also stay put but it doesn't feel totally crispy. Another recent favourite is this lip balm. It's from the Indian brand Himalaya Herbals. My mum brought this back last week from India. This is the lychee scented lip balm and it just smells like Starburst, but the ones where it's like strawberry and something else. I really like the way it feels, but it makes me hungry every time I wear it. Next up is the highlighter I'm wearing today, which was kind of a happy accident that I discovered a few days ago really. I'm not sure if you can see it, the glitter's covering most of it. And yeah, I say happy accident because they just happen to be in the same palette and I just decided to try using them together. So it's in this palette, which is mainly Fee's Makeup Shop eyeshadows. I have one of her highlighters in Luna here, and then this one is Notoriously Morbid. I'll just check the name of it. Autumn Moon. I've got a feeling it was limited edition. This one's a pinky shade and this one is almost white really, and the two mixed together I've just been really liking. It's quite intense. Just ignore the writing on my hand. I don't know if that's showing up, but yeah, that's the combination I have been wearing the last week, and obviously the one's limited edition and I don't recommend that you like go out and buy 2 just to try them together, but maybe look at what you've got and see if 2 of them would go really well together. I really don't have that many beauty products to show you, but that's good, it should be a short video. The next one is the Tarte Light Camera Lashes Mascara. I really wanted to try the Shape Tape Concealer, and the only way we can get it in the UK is on QVC, which is really expensive, or just from the American website. So they had free international shipping, but you had to have spent like $40 I think it was. So I ordered 2 Shape Tapes in the colours that I thought would most suit me, which is beige, fair beige and fair beige is the better match. And I was still like $1 short of reaching that requirement for free shipping, but I noticed that they had these for like 19 cents a piece, so I got 6 of them and I'm going to be giving some away to friends. But I'm really liking this. It gives me exactly what I want, which is volume and separates the lashes really well. So I'm not sure if I would buy a full size because I tend to only buy quite cheap mascaras, but I am really enjoying this and I'm glad that I have a few small backups as well. Next up is a pair of lashes in a really messy box. They're the Kiss lashes. I think the collection is called the Blooming Lash, and they're all like 3D lashes, all synthetic, and these ones are Daisy. I've cut them in half. I do like wearing them the whole thing together, but I also really like just the outer half on my outer half. If I'm going for, well, basically if I'm being lazy, it's just easier to apply a half lash. I have been really enjoying these. They're quite subtle and fluttery. Probably can't see very well. I'm using a fixed lens today, so I can't zoom in, and I don't have the fancy 70D that autofocuses. My last beauty favourite is the kind of foundation combination I've been liking at the moment, and that is mixing my Kat Von D Locket with the Dr. Art Premium BB Cream. I've also tried the Water Fuse, which I really like, but Boots no longer sells it, and in fact where I got this from, it was just this one and the Platinum one left, and they were both reduced to £8 from like 24 or something, so I think they're being discontinued, or at least in the UK. But this one's slightly too warm and is factor 40 and obviously like light coverage. This one is definitely slightly too light for me, which is amazing, and it's really thick and my skin doesn't particularly like it, but them mixed together is perfect. Perfect colour, perfect coverage, feels really nice on, lasts the same amount of time I get from any foundation, which is never all day because everything breaks up on my chin, but I'm really liking this and I love that it's factor 40. So those are my beauty favourites. I haven't been buying anything recently, so I don't have new things to try it and show you, and also where I've been living recently I don't have any storage for my makeup, so everything's in boxes, and I find that I keep doing looks where I use as few products as possible because it's just a pain like moving all the boxes and getting things out. But I am moving next week and I will have all my makeup set up properly again, and I cannot wait. And I'm actually going to have, like, so now if I want to do my Instagram photos, I have this tiny little mirror and my piece of tin foil to get photos, and it's really awkward and I have to like sit on the floor somewhere to do it, but it's going to be so much easier and I'm really looking forwards to having our own place again. I've had to do a lot of tidying and cleaning recently, ready for moving, and my parents were coming back. We've been house sitting for them for months and months, basically, and we have 2 cats, and I'm allergic to cats and my mum is really allergic to cats, so I've had to get up as much of the hair as possible, and I bought this reusable lint roller, so instead of the strips of like sticker that you peel off every time, this one you just wash clean. It's like, oh well, I've got a plastic thing on it because it's so sticky it would stick to its container. It's like the blue bit is really sticky and it gets up hair better than the sticker kind. And then you just wash all the hair off it and it's ready to go again. I think it was about £3 off Amazon, so I'm really pleased with that purchase. Another non-beauty favourite is this Jamie Oliver cookbook. This one is the Everyday Superfood. I've been watching loads of food documentaries recently and I am trying to clean up my act a little bit. And there are just some really interesting ideas in this one. So one thing that I have made in it so far is the granola dust, which is, you kind of like make a pretty healthy granola and then you just blitz it in the machine, and then you can use it like as a smoothie topping, or you can make it into a porridge, or you can make it into pancakes, which we've tried and it was actually really nice. We've also made the energy balls. My recipe books always end up absolutely filthy, but I quite like it that way. I like things to look used. Well, I like things to be used. And then there are really good savoury recipes in there. There's like no pudding section. Also, as a veggie, there are quite a good number of veggie recipes in this, because some like look really exciting, but then when I buy them they weren't worth getting. But this one actually has quite a lot of veggie recipes, or ones that are easily convertible. The only thing about this book is there's an awful lot of cottage cheese in the recipes, which, ugh, I think is disgusting. But for the most part I'm really enjoying going through this book. And my last favourite is some new teas I've gotten, which are from Bluebird Tea, which I think is based out of Brighton, and I bought some teas from them back in December to put in my husband's Christmas stocking, and they were all really nice. One was Christmas cake tea, gingerbread chai and nuts about you. Those were all really nice. And then I bought some last week as a kind of housewarming gift for ourselves, and they're just amazing. So the one I'm drinking right now is rhubarb and custard rooibos, and it is so good. Then there's also one called Enchanted Narnia, which is chocolate and Turkish delight. Oh, it's, well, chocolate and rose. What else did I get? Mint chocolate, rooibos, chocolate chip white tea, ginger beer tea, one that's melon scented. They've just got some really good options, both with caffeine and without, lots of without. You can get a 20-gram pouch quite cheap, and then they also do 50 and maybe 70 or 100 size. I haven't been able to go to the cinema that much recently, so I don't really have a film favourite. At home I've mainly been watching food documentaries on Netflix, and I've been playing tons of Witcher 3 because, well, I was trying to get it finished by the time we moved, and that's not going to happen because the DLCs are so big, like they're almost as big as the original game. So I'm about 160 hours into it now and still loving it just as much as when I started. It's such a good game, and I just think everything else is going to pale in comparison, and I might never enjoy a game ever again, it's that good. So those are my May favourites. I move in 4 or 5 days time, so I think the next video I film will actually be in the new house, although I've got 1 or 2 others to post before then. See you next time, bye.